All right, let's see if AirPods 3 or AirPods 4 are better value for the price that you can get them for right now. Okay, so let's just first off just see what you can get them for right now. So AirPods 4, if you get them for ANC, you can get them for $179. Without ANC, it'll be $130. However, for AirPods 3rd gen, it kind of depends on where you get them from. So for Walmart, you can get them for around $130, or Best Buy, you can get them around $50. Okay, so let's just first off talk about like sound quality. So AirPods 4 do obviously sound better because they're the newer ones, obviously, but it's not just a little better. They are a lot better. For instance, I don't have to turn them up as much to hear them as clearly. The bass is a lot better. It surprised me a lot, especially the bass. And I hear every instrument that's playing in the song extremely clearly. Rather than with these ones, I would sometimes just not hear an instrument at all. So the sound quality for the AirPods 4 is miles better than AirPods 3. Also, AirPods 4 do have ANC if you spend the extra $50 to get them. And this is personal preference whether you want it or not, but I do personally do want it. But if you don't get ANC, you're still going to get the really good sound quality that you do get with AirPods 4. It's really good, especially for a base AirPod. And AirPods 4, if you get them with ANC, they're basically just AirPods Pro. Like, they're like a feature or two away from being AirPods Pro, and the features aren't big. It's just like volume control on the stems, and if you want them to do like clinical hearing aids. Don't get me wrong though, AirPods 3 do sound good, and they do sound good for their price range. I mean, AirPods are popular for a reason, but I think AirPods 4, with or without ANC, their sound quality is just so much better. Now let's just talk a little bit about like how they fit in your ears. So me personally, Apple tweaked the shape of the AirPods 4, and that actually makes it fit really well in my ear. It makes it fit better than the AirPods Pro in my ear. AirPod 3rd gen, they do fit on my ear, just not extremely well. AirPods 4th gen, for me personally, fit really good in my ear, but this is going to vary from person to person, so don't just take my word for it. Okay, now let's talk about battery life, because on paper, AirPods 3rd gen are supposed to get 6 hours of battery life and 30 hours with the case. And 30 hours with the charging case is for both the 3rd and the 4th gen. Now AirPods 4, which are the ones that I'm holding right now, they'll get 5 hours of battery life without ANC on, and if you get the ones with non-ANC, you can't even turn ANC on, obviously. But if you do turn on ANC, then it'll get 4 hours of battery life. They made the battery smaller, so even if you don't have ANC on, you're going to get less battery life on the AirPods 4th gen than you are the 3rd gen. And that's for a couple reasons. One, they made the case smaller, and like the slightly new design with the AirPods themselves, like the stems are smaller, and the tweaked design forced Apple to make the batteries on it smaller. And so that resulted in an hour or two less of battery, depending on what you use them for. It's not the end of the world, but usually the newer models do have better battery life, so that's the one downside that I see as to why you might want to pick the 3rd gen over the 4th gen. But let me get to my conclusion. Okay, so now in conclusion, which one should you pick? So in my personal preference, I think you should pick the AirPods 4. Now whether you pick them with ANC or without, that's completely up to you. It just depends on how much you want noise cancellation or not. I value noise cancellation a lot, so I would probably get it with ANC, but that is still completely up to you. And then here's why I think you should get the 4th gen over the 3rd gen. So the 4th gen, first of all, have a lot better sound quality, like bass and depth. The cheapest you can get AirPod 3rd gens right now is for $130 because they launched at $175. And the base AirPod 4th gens without ANC are also $130. So if they're the exact same price, why would you not just get the new one that is better? Now, if you do get it with ANC, it'll be around, like $50 more expensive. But I still think that the AirPods 4 are more worth it, just because if you get them without ANC, then the 3rd gen and the 4th gen are the exact same price. So obviously just go get the 4th gen. And even with ANC, it's just worth it because these are borderline AirPod Pros, and AirPod Pros are over $200. And I think the AirPod 4th gen are just an upgrade in every way. I'm done.